Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, Star Wars, Wonder Woman. All these films have one thing in common: the hero's journey. Wonder Woman is definitely influenced by Joseph Campbell's theory of the monomyth, also known as the hero's journey. Campbell identified a series of events that are common throughout stories from numerous cultures. I'll be using the roadmap he's developed to break down Diana's journey in Wonder Woman. Diana lives in the Mascara, a lush tropical island inhabited by the Amazons, a legendary race of female warriors, free of man and the tribulations that follow. Of course, to an outsider like Steve, the Mascara is no ordinary place, but for Diana and the people living there, it's the status quo. There's a discovery, some event, or danger that starts the protagonist on the heroic path. Cue Steve Trevor and the Germans. A pilot from the outside world comes crashing into the Mascara, and immediately thereafter, a battle ensues between the Amazons and the Germans. Diana loses her aunt and mentor, Antiope, during the battle, and she tries to tell Diana in her dying breaths to go save the world, go be the God Killer. Diana is confused by what she meant, but she knew in that moment that she had to do something.
The time has come. You must.
What? What? The time come.
God Killer.
Steve then tells them that the world is in peril, referring to World War I. Campbell claims a blunder, the merest chance, reveals an unsuspected world. Kind of like Steve crash landing his World War I plane in a mystical, non-existent land that's been hidden since his conception. What are the odds? Once the dust settles, Diana wants to go to the world of men. Her mother says no, so she doesn't go. Her mother is the obstacle keeping her from going, so she refuses the call, although she is compelled to do it. Once the obstacles are removed, the hero accepts the journey, despite its perils, and because of the adventure. Steve helps Diana find her inner strength and courage to disobey her mother and leave the Mascara, with the likelihood of never returning. Her decision is made when she goes to steal the God Killer sword. As the protagonist embarks on their journey, they enter a world they've never seen before. The outside world has its own rules, and they quickly learn to respect these rules as their endurance, strength, and mettle are tested time and time again. Diana leaves the Mascara and goes into a world that, to her, is mystical and foreign. She is essentially a fish out of water, getting used to the new world, learning about holding hands, getting accustomed to the clothing, and seeing snowfall for the first time.
It's a snowfall. Touch it.
It's magical.
Heroes are almost always started on their journey by a character who has mastered the laws of the outside world and come back to bestow their wisdom upon them. The supernatural character often gives them the means to complete the quest. I think Steve acts as Diana's supernatural aid, and although he may not be supernatural by definition, from her perspective he kind of is. Steve helps her navigate this new world, and his eventual death gives her the inspiration to complete her quest, defeating Ares. Talisman, a magical object that helps the protagonist on the quest. Diana utilizes the lasso of truth throughout the film to get answers from people whenever she needs them.
I compel you to tell me the truth.
Also in her arsenal are her indestructible bracelets, which conveniently help her throughout the film as protection from bullets. She also uses them to protect her friends. Etta Candy, Steve's secretary, can be considered her first helper. She helps her get accustomed to the new world, by trying on new clothes. Diana and Steve then go to a bar to gather the questing compatriots. They're joined by Samir, a fellow spy and a professional liar, and Charlie, an expert marksman. Rounding out the crew is the chief, an expert smuggler. And there you have it.
A liar, a murderer, and now a smuggler.
The heroes progress through a series of tests and obstacles that make them stronger and prepare them for the final showdown. Diana and company go face a series of trials. They are tested first at Parliament after being ordered by the general not to do anything about the gas. Again when she crosses no man's land, where she essentially becomes Wonder Woman. They save a village, she dances with Steve, the victory, however, is short-lived, as the village is gassed the very next day, killing everyone in it. She goes on to kill Ludendorff, thinking he is the god of war, and is left feeling hopeless after nothing changes.
I killed him. But nothing stopped.
At long last, they reach the supreme ordeal, the obstacle they have journeyed so far to overcome. Once the obstacle is overcome, the tension will be relieved, the worst is past, and the quest, while not officially over, has succeeded. Diana faces off against her ultimate evil, Ares, the god of war, aka Sir Patrick. She learns the truth about her origins, her destiny as god killer, and then sees Steve die. Nevertheless, she persists, embracing her godly heritage, becoming a literal god, and completing her quest, reaching her eventual enlightenment. After her victory, she embraces the human world as her own, knowing she could not go back to the Mascara. She eventually goes on to join the Justice League after being recruited by Bruce Wayne, aka Batman, and goes on to embark on her new adventures.
And now I know that only love can truly save the world. So I stay, I fight, and I give. For the world I know can be. This is my mission now. Forever.